watch, though, Senator Elizabeth Warren and her being shut down in the Senate. I think this was a great thing. I have to say, it was really, really good to see Mitch McConnell and some of the Senate Republicans actually showing a backbone and actually acting like they're in charge of the Senate, which they really are. Here's what happened, folks. During the Jeff Sessions debate, Jeff Sessions has been nominated by President Trump to be Attorney General. The liberals can't stand Jeff Sessions. He's a born-again evangelical Christian. He's extremely highly qualified. Nobody can question his qualifications. I mean, this man was Attorney General for the state of Alabama. He was a United States attorney as well. He's extremely qualified. But again, he's strongly pro-life. He's a strong, committed, born-again evangelical Christian. He's extremely conservative, and so the left can't stand him. So what's the card that they play? Let's try to smear him as a racist. And that's what they have repeatedly tried to do from the left to Jeff Sessions, just like they typically do to most conservatives or Republicans that they don't like. So that's what they've tried to do with Jeff Sessions. Now, before I get to Elizabeth Warren and her being shut down and explaining just what happened, let me remind everybody of something, okay? A very basic, simple fact. When a Democrat wins the presidential election, the Democrat gets to name who he wants to be in his cabinet and administration. Barack Obama picked a whole bunch of hardcore liberal leftists that conservatives don't like. People like Eric Holder to run the Justice Department. Eric Holder is every bit as hardcore left-wing as Jeff Sessions is right-wing. But here's the problem, and here's the difference. Republicans understood this. They played by the rules, and they didn't block Eric Holder. They didn't block him from being Attorney General, which, by the way, you want to know something interesting and ironic? One of the Republican senators who voted yes for hardcore liberal leftist Eric Holder to be Attorney General. And by the way, Eric Holder is a black man, as you know. One of the senators who voted yes for him was actually Jeff Sessions. Not only did Jeff Sessions in the United States Senate not block Eric Holder, he didn't even vote no on Eric Holder. He voted yes, even though Eric Holder is the exact opposite of Jeff Sessions' philosophy of how the Attorney General's office should be run. But here's the difference. Jeff Sessions realized Barack Obama won the election. It's his prerogative as president to fill his cabinet with a bunch of hardcore leftists. It's his prerogative. He was elected president. And so as long as somebody has the qualifications for the job, it would be wrong for me to vote no. I'm going to vote yes. And he voted yes for Eric Holder. A black attorney general voted yes by Jeff Sessions, who were trying to hear, and Elizabeth Warren tried to smear Jeff Sessions as a racist, as many other liberal Democrats have tried to do. So understand this, folks. When Democrats win, like Barack Obama won in 2008, he's allowed to pick his cabinet. He's allowed to pick a bunch of liberals, and Republicans understand that, and they approved and did not block his cabinet and his administration. Donald Trump has won. He's allowed to pick conservatives for his cabinet, isn't he? But the Democrats are having a meltdown, saying, no, we're not going to, and they're blocking and blocking, and Jeff Sessions should have been in as Attorney General over 2 weeks ago. But we still don't have an Attorney General of the United States, folks. Why? Because Democrats are continuing to block, because they're folding their arms and saying, no, we're not going to allow a Republican conservative president to pick Republican conservative cabinet members. We're not going to allow them to do that. We're going to delay, we're going to smear, we're going to call him a racist, extremist, and everything else. When Republicans didn't do that the other way around. Which brings us to Elizabeth Warren and Rule 19 in the U.S. Senate rules.